E-waste is a problem that the entire world and mostly us are facing. Many people are using this e-waste to build many new things, but some people instead are thinking nothing of it and throwing it away into landfills and other places where we think it shouldn't belong.
There's a lot of e-waste around the world that shouldn't be there, so I'd say there's too much.
I think we should recycle it more, make it new things, and we could also reuse it to build things that help us remove it more.
Our project is mostly about us collecting as much e-waste as we can and turning it into art that we can use or put up or make it into something amazing, or at least put it somewhere where it won't harm the environment.
Project means a lot because it can really change our environment and help it make it a better place instead of all this pollution everywhere.
One reason why is because when they use old things, like if they have a Blueberry phone, like one of those old phones, like an iPhone 12 or something, they usually keep it because either one, they can't find a charger, or they couldn't figure out the passcode they used to use. Many things they use either have, it can vary on why they're not using anymore, like they can't find a cord, or they have many memories on that phone. So it's really important to them, so they don't really want to give it away. So they put it in their drawers still in their house, so then they still have those memories and fun times with their phone.
E-waste is more of a problem because everyone would think that plastic and plastic bottles and everything like that would be the most waste that would be a problem. But a fact is that e-waste is the biggest problem with waste that we have on this planet, because it goes into our water system and it can get into the food we eat, like the fish, and it gets into us, and it could really make us really sick. And
the big deal with that is that it has a reaction in the lake, and then fish breathe that in, and it spreads, and then more fish are dying, and then we eat the fish, and now we're getting sick, and then we're spreading that throughout, and it's just a giant butterfly effect.
One thing that we could ask the world to do is to help maybe collect more e-waste instead of throwing it into your recycling, instead of just throwing it out somewhere. Like he said, one laptop going into the ocean, it'll turn into 2, 4, and then it'll just keep doubling and getting even bigger, and then it's going to be a worldwide problem that it's going to be too hard to solve.
Most people's junk drawers have a lot of e-waste in them, and instead of throwing it away, then we could maybe recycle it, turn it into art, and help us with our project.
I would tell parents in the world that if they have old things that, like technology, that they don't use anymore, but they still keep it for memories, they could give it to their children, like hand-downs, and their children could use that for them, and then hand it down to their children, and it could go on and on until usually they don't use it anymore.
That they should try harder to stop e-waste, to continue on with e-waste, and to help this world be a better place by turning some things that could be in your junk drawer into art that could be on a wall in someone's house.
I really enjoyed weighing and sorting the goods with Mr. Bull and Mr. Blackburn and Miss Blackburn. I really enjoyed doing that, and I liked seeing how much we could do with it. And then later, we can do more with it because we had lots of it.
It's time to donate your e-waste. We're from Bethel, Hanberry, and you can make a change too.